What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. After Sound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. All right, guys, let's talk vouchers because you know me. I generally tend to be very bearish on vouchers. They're like the one thing that has the least utility or, whatever within the Splinterlands tokenomics. But I do want to get just a brighter picture, or hopefully a little bit of a clearer picture. I don't know if bright is the word, but a little bit of a clearer picture of what we could potentially expect in May, the month of May, that could change things dramatically. And there's three things that I want to mention. Now, first is obviously the promo card, Zerial, which is set to burn roughly 2.4 million vouchers. And again, if you're buying without vouchers, I don't like why. Like, I mean, it's gonna give you a significant discount. Right now, vouchers are giving you vouchers will give you a 25-cent discount, and all you have to do is go buy them on the market for half that value. So it makes no sense to not to not use vouchers. So if we do sell out, and I am optimistic that I think there's gonna be a lot of people, a lot of whales probably that will come in and go for that 25 BCX guarantee and try to just accumulate as much of the card as possible. So that's 2.4 million vouchers that I think could be burned. And again, this is going to run for 30 days starting at the beginning of May. Now, I don't have the numbers pulled up here, but I do have them memorized for you. We're roughly at 11 million vouchers. Well, sorry, 11 million vouchers is what PeakD is showing. We have burned about 4.2 million of that for all of the DECB stuff. So I would say we're anywhere between 6.8, 6.9 million vouchers. Again, some vouchers have probably been burned for, like the 1,000 Rift Watcher packs that have been purchased in the past week. So you put us at 6.8, you subtract the 2.4 just from Zerial, and that leaves us with roughly 4.4. Now, every month we mint another 1.2 million vouchers, right? So I know we're going up and down, right? But we started with 6.8. Actually, you know what? Let's do it this way. We started with 6.8 or are currently at 6.8. You add 1.2 between now and let's just say the end of May. And that gets us up to 8 million vouchers. So you subtract the 2.4 from that, and now we're down to 5.6 million vouchers, right? And so to me, 5.6 million is still quite a bit, but here are the two other things that could potentially be coming online. Now, the Rift Watchers for DEC proposal is one that I am hoping gets proposed soon, gets passed, and gets implemented by the middle of May, right? We're coming up to the point now where if it gets proposed today or sometime this week, it probably wouldn't get approved fully, right, through the pre-proposal and then the full proposal process for 2 weeks until mid-May. But I would hope that we could get that implemented ASAP so that for the second half of May, people can go in and start taking advantage of this discount, right, with DEC. So again, that could potentially burn another 2 million vouchers because we still have a little under 2 million remaining. So will it sell out right away? Probably not, but this is more of the shore numbers that we have here, right? So you take that was a 5.6 million. We could shrink it down to 3.6. I don't know that we're going to actually hit that. So the range now is going to be 3.6 to 5.6 million, which then brings me to the final point. And this is one that we don't have any visibility to, but is still important in my book, which is the guild upgrades. Now, Aggie has said, or at least in the most recent town hall, that they're trying to get some kind of new guild buildings out or guild upgrades out by the end of May, right? Because June is already going to be super full with GLG, with tower defense, with and with land. So if we can get something that consists of vouchers early on, again, I've run the numbers previously. We could burn a ton of, well, actually it wouldn't be burning, it'd be staking vouchers, but we could eat up a lot of vouchers off of the market just simply through the the guild buildings having massive rewards for staking, right? So whether that's like maybe a multiplier for merits, a multiplier for SPS, who knows like what could be done there. But a lot of people and a lot of guilds are sitting on a major amount of vouchers, and in that way, I mean, you think about the fact that like it's like 1 million DEC to burn for like the top building. I don't think that we're gonna get to like 1 million vouchers, but there's at least 100 competitive guilds. There's probably way more than 100 competitive guilds, right? So when you break it down by that, you don't need that much per guild, right? From a voucher perspective to really start eating into that supply, right? If we have, we'll just say 5 million vouchers, for example, if there's 100 guilds all fighting for these vouchers, you look at that and it's just like, well, you divide it by 100 and that's 50,000 vouchers per guild, right? To really get to to start to be competitive. And again, I maintain that I think there's a lot more than 100 competitive guilds out there. So maybe somebody looks at this and says, "Whoa, 50,000 vouchers, that's like too much." And maybe you're right. But again, we're kind of just consolidating the numbers left and right. And there's one thing that I haven't even put onto the table yet, which is tower defense. And if you remember, I think there was a note recently about how there might be a promotion for tower defense coming up. Those require vouchers as well. But I'm not, until we get a little bit more from tower defense, that's just not something that I think people are going to gravitate towards, especially when there's so many packs on the secondary market. But it is 1.6 million that could be there. So again, where am I trying to go with this? Well, by the end of June, there could be significant sinks, right? And significant incentives for people to try and get vouchers. Now, what am I saying here? Well, let me be more specific. What am I not saying here? This is not financial advice. I'm not telling you to go ape into vouchers, right? Because I'm not saying that their value is just going to shoot through the roof. But what could be good is if people have less of a reason to sell them, right? Whether that is guilds, whether they want to get in on Rift Watchers, whether they want to get in on tower defense, right? If they have less of a reason to sell them, then we won't see this massive sell pressure that constantly pushes it down. And if we get awesome things such as Zerial, such as something that's like truly desirable within guilds, and if DEC still offers a discount, if the Rift Watchers for DEC proposal passes and DEC still offers a discount, I do think you're going to get a lot of people going in and trying to take advantage of that, knowing or expecting DEC to potentially get back to peg by June when land 1.5 comes in, right? Because we got really close to peg in April, or I guess in March/April, that with land phase 1. So you can just imagine that once we get closer to land 1.5, there's going to be a massive desire for DEC. And we haven't seen DEC drop to, I guess below 800 Splintoshis. So ultimately, that's kind of just my outlook for vouchers right now. Again, I'm not buying a ton of vouchers. I do hold assets in the game, such as SPS, such as node licenses that give me vouchers. So I'm excited about the potential for vouchers to become much more scarce. And for me to not just sell them to anybody, right? But to sell them to people who want to buy them, right? Because it's sorry, how do I phrase that better? Not to just dump them on the market, but like people are clamoring to get vouchers because they need them for any of the things that we just listed, right? Promo card, tower defense, Rift Watchers, guilds, all of this stuff could come into play in May. And that could make things really interesting. So that is all I have for you guys in this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. How are you playing this? Are you going out and buying vouchers? I'm just curious. For me, 12.5 cents seems pretty solid, although they are soft pegged technically to about 25 cents now with the Zerial promo. But, the Zerial promo is less than a week away. So we'll see what that does to voucher prices as we get a little bit closer. But that is all I have for you guys in this video. Have an amazing rest of your day. I'll catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.